What's going on, people? I got some videos that I want to do on a video that was done in 2014, which was done 10 years ago. They had this man, and then also I got a follow up too. I'm gonna mention in this video. I just went on. I'm on Twitter a lot. I'm on Twitter a lot. I be uh, posting stuff, videos over there a lot. And I saw this video of this young man. It was very disturbing looking at this video. How them all them so-called them demons, them was demons, went up to his car, bust his windows out, punched him as they was pulling him out the car. Something gonna have to be done about that. I'm telling y'all, something gonna have to be done about that. I ask God to give me the wisdom where I can advocate for this here more and be in a and understand if I need to gain more, if I can gain more wisdom of the Most High, which I am. I want to be I want to stand bold for my people, and I really do. I'm praying on it that He makes me what He want me to be. Uh, because that situation, when I looked at the video, if you look at the video, if you ain't disturbed when you watch it, then something is wrong with you. They beat this little young black man. He probably wasn't more than about in his early. He was looked like he was. I'm gonna say in his early, very early 20s, about 19 or 20. I'm gonna say about 19 years old. He might have been 18 or 19 from looking at him. And I'm looking at how, cause see, a lot of people say, well, where's the whip set on your back? We are mentally being beaten. It's the same slavery. One was physical and one is mental. Because they really realize they ain't got to put chains and locks on you like they used to. Now, even though in some instances they are putting chains and locks on you, but for the most part, they ain't got to put, like, for example, they ain't got to force you to call yourself African American. They already automatically know you're gonna call yourself that. So it's like we are like trained dogs in a backyard, like trained dogs in the backyard. Remember how the slave master would take the whip and beat the slaves? When you look at that brother that was poor, that young innocent angel, my brother, pulled out of the car. How can those black men, those black brothers, sit there, be on the so-called police force, right there while they was in a position of power? What they should have been doing, they should have balled their fists up and went to going upside their damn head. It would have cost you your job. How could you sit there as a black man, as a so-called man of color, you working on the police force? When they put their hands on that young man like that, y'all should have took and balled y'all fists up and politely just went to beating them down, beating their ass. That's what y'all should have been doing. But no, yet and still y'all too scared. You want to keep your job because your job is more important to you than defending our brother, defending your brother that was beaten by these demons. I call them demons. They're not even human. I don't even see Esau as human. I don't see him as human. I really don't. Because those are demons. Those are definition of demons roaming earth. Demons are ruling this planet. And they are the number one demon that's ruling this planet. Esau is. How could you? And then I'm supposed to get on TikTok, and everybody talking about, oh, you come on TikTok and you can make so much. Look, I know I need this and that and the third and all this kind of stuff, this and that and the third. But when it comes down to my people, I'm not fucking comfortable. I'm not comfortable looking at no shit like that and seeing things going down with my people like that. Just like I told my mother, we was talking it over years ago, right? I normally don't say this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I'm not trying to throw. I'm not even trying to put my people down. I'm not even throwing shades in that. But I like to just prove things more than just talking about when it comes to certain things. She said, "Stalker, I don't believe my son would put me in a nursing home." And you gonna say, well, what does that have to do with what you're talking about? I'm gonna blend it in with it to kind of you, and you'll see where I'm going. Um, I don't believe my son would put me in a nursing home or this and that and the third and this and that and there. She would come to me and she would ask me, "Would you do that?" And I simply told her, "No, no, hell no," like that. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to make myself out to be blah blah. Just shoot my other brother. I'm not. No, that's just the true honest of me. Honesty. You know, I'm just being honest about it. But no, I wouldn't do that. But I didn't just go around and just openly just say it just to be called myself bragging or whatever. You know what I mean? I said I was saying to myself, I would rather just show you. And I did. Compared to that situation, I'm very passionate when it comes to my people. When the so-called white man be doing things against my people, it makes me angry. Now, what they could have done, they was working on the force. They should have stepped, the black brothers should have stepped in and went to beating the hell out them and say, yes, I'm a police officer, a so-called police officer or whatever, but I don't give a damn about risking my job. This was wrong. That's part of me. If that don't disturb y'all, man, how could you? I don't see how y'all can work on a force like that. I really don't. I just don't understand. I would love to know the deep rooted of why y'all do that. Is it a demon? I think it's a demon controlling our people to make them do that. It's a deceived. They are deceived. They are deceived. They got to be. They got to be because other than that, if they, I want to say when they working on the police force, they got to be ignorant. They got to be damn ignorant. They got to because I'm like I can't see you being in the light, knowing what they doing is wrong, and you still can work on the police force, make money, and be comfortable and be okay with you working on the force. And now these people, they ain't beating nobody. The opposite of you, they beating somebody that looks and is the product of you beating somebody that look just like you. Represent you. You representing a system that is killing your people while you working for it. And all you care about is the dollars and the money. I think being Uncle Tom, to be honest with you, Uncle Tom, I think that's a sickness. When they talk about narcissists, I think being an Uncle Tom is just and narcissist is just as all of that shit. They combine and it's the same shit. When they talk about mental illness, right? In our community, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, mental illness, right? They want to say that we are mentally, we not no goddamn motherfucking mentally ill. That's a sickness and a doctrine that the slave master put on you, pushed when they was beating our ancestors during slavery. And they beat the real original truth out of our people and forced our people, forced. Now notice I said, why do you think they say law enforcement today? They enforce the so-called white man police law is to take and beat, whoop our nationality out of our people, beat them like slaves, and they know that your mind is not going to be in a state of where it was. Now you're going to be forced to believe, since they physically beat you, mentally destroyed you, us, now we can take the ropes off their neck, we can take the chains off. They trained already because they know you are meant. That's why they say we're mentally ill. We need help. How in the Here's my problem, and I'm gonna combine all this shit together. How in the hell is you gonna tell me or tell any brother or sister that they mentally ill and fucked up and got a problem when the same people that rape, robbed, and murdered colonized the whole planet? You're not saying nothing to them. You're not saying nothing to the white man, the so-called white man. Those and white woman and child, they are the ones that bought that shit over here. But you blaming your little poor little brother of some shit that you blaming your brother when he get upset or get mad. Now all of a sudden he need to go see a psychiatrist. He need to go see the same people who pushed and forced and caused these conditions to be in our community. You expect for the enemy is to fix what they continue to keep sowing in the earth. How you gonna go to the same people, the colonizers, and tell them it's to fix you? That's what you're doing when you telling me that I need to go get some mental help and all that kind of stuff. They ain't gonna do nothing but put you on more medicine, and it ain't gonna do nothing but fuck you up and have you. When you take, you gonna be high, and you gonna be good for a while. You see what I'm saying? But when that shit you back, you right back where you were. And then you got the so-called white man telling Sonya Mass, boy, that shit pissed me off, made me so mad, bro. Is you mentally okay and all that kind of stuff? Don't shoot to kill the woman the same day before the woman died. Don't disrespect the woman in her house. And then you turn around, and while you, after you done the so-called white man disrespected the woman in the house, then ask her, was she mentally okay? And look who proved to be mentally unfucking stable. Y'all are by nature mentally unstable. It's in y'all DNA to be mentally unstable. Y'all can't even go through the half of the stuff we go. Y'all can listen to some about try. That's how come y'all can put a termination on our YouTube channel. Y'all can't even take, the so-called white people can't even take us even speaking about the conditions of our community. They have to say, well, we're gonna put a block, or we going to restrict you from going live. We're going to suspend your account. We're going to suspend you from going live because you are saying things to waking your people up. You all can't handle that. But our families go down, get sick, have whatever, strokes or whatever. Y'all kill y'all family members and yourself too. You see what I'm saying? But how you gonna tell me go get mental? Tell my brothers they need to go get mental help. Oh, he a narcissist. He need to go get mental help. He's a this and that and the third. He's schizophrenic or bipolar. All these type of techniques, and you don't never say that none of this shit to the so-called white man. All they've been doing is killing our people, going in the store, grocery stores on a spree. And I want to do a video, a follow-up. Hold on. And I want to do a video, a follow-up. I thought I had knocked myself off. on that video that was, like I said, done 14 years ago. No, excuse me, 10 years ago. My bad. 10 years ago. It was in 2014, which was 10 years ago. They had this black man, right? His son, black son, was trying to get away from this so-called demon, this 20-year-old so-called white boy. And he was in the courtroom, and they were sitting up in there talking about going to get, he was sitting in the court trying to get justice for his son. And I'm sitting there looking at the video, and they saying, telling the man, the black, telling the courts of the people in there, he needs mental help. And that black man got up and went off on them people, and they thought he was wrong, and they shoved him out the courtroom. He said, no, he don't need, he need to go to prison for what he did. He killed my son. Now he's mentally ill. Now he crazy now, but he wasn't crazy when he killed my son, when my son was trying to get away from him. And he took and shot this man's son, and this man was so emotional in the courtroom trying to and getting justice or whatever. But I'm gonna show, they got some scriptures in Isaiah chapter 59, and I think it's 15, I can't remember. It says, truth are falling in the streets, justice stands afar off. That's talking about us. When they kill our people in the street, Zechariah chapter 11 and 5 says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. So they don't want to hold themselves to the standard of killing our people. They want to bring up mental health and all that kind of stuff. But if it would have been the other way around, hold on. If it would have been the other way around, they would have been talking about the damn death penalty, or they'd have killed them right on the black man or the black woman, so-called black or Hispanic person, right on the scene when they came up. But they want to sit up there and talk about this guy, this so-called white boy, killed this black man, killed this black man's son. Now they stands up in the courtroom and say he needs mental help and all this kind of stuff. And that black man say, no, he don't need no mental help. He killed my son. Matter of fact, what I'll try to do is I'm gonna find the video, and I'm gonna put the link in the description box. When I put the link in the description box, go watch that video. Go watch it. I want y'all to go watch that video. And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. And I'll probably come back and still play the video and do, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, play the video and do a follow-up and let y'all hear. I probably won't be able to show it, you know what I'm saying, but I definitely let y'all hear it. I might go in there and try to do it tonight because I'm so eager to do a video to let y'all hear what these people are saying. I'll turn the computer up in the house and let y'all hear it. And y'all tell me. But yeah, watch this video first if you gotten this far, and then you go and click on it. Or either you can click on it and come back and watch this video, or you go and watch this and then you go and watch the video, what I was saying. So I'll be back.